Howdy y'all, Stock Warden here, back with another video. And to bring in the new year, we're going to kick things off with Palantir Technologies because they have had a huge market move already within the first 2 days of January 2026. So a couple of the key points that have happened with Palantir Technologies is they have had a lot sold off with the software sector, which has appeared to suffer from a rotation into chip stocks, where a lot of investors are looking at swapping their portfolios from AI into chip manufacturers for the beginning of 2026. But then you also have investors are also possibly taking in profits on the first trading day of the year to try and delay capital gains taxes after Palantir's huge 2025 market gain. So the shares of Palantir had plunged, falling 5.9%. So there wasn't any specific company news for Palantir on that day, but with a combination of those factors just seemed to have bring the stock into this slump in the very first spark of this year. So far the stock was up 138% in 2025 for the closing, as the company delivered a series of earnings reports which consistently exceeded expectations, with quarterly growth accelerating between 40 and 60% every quarter. As you can see from our actual and estimates for the earnings report for all of Q 2025 and also for Q4 of 24, they have always exceeded the estimate every way through. So, but then you also have a lot of investors that have been holding this stock for the duration of the year. They have held in to sell for the new year in order to defer their capital gains tax payments until April of 2027 for the fiscal year difference. So that mere technical factor could be playing a part in the sell-off on Friday. Meanwhile, Palantir also could be suffering somewhat with its association with Elon Musk, because Elon Musk and Palantir's co-founder Peter Thiel are close together, which their correlation dates all the way back as early founders of PayPal. But as it goes back into the standing as why Elon Musk is even relevant, is because while there isn't really any tangible connection between Palantir and Tesla, the two stocks are very possibly linked by investors, because if you watch the trend on both of them, they tend to follow the same up and down trend, except for whenever Tesla was being pursued hard, whenever Musk came out in defendance for being on the side of Trump for the 2024 inauguration. So where Palantir is projected to go, Palantir is projected to go two massively different directions. So this stock has been showing time and time again that it is amazing to continue pushing on this stock, because this stock is still, although it has had a pretty flat slump over the past 3 months, their earning reports have not changed, their growth has not changed, and their selling has not changed as well. So the AI predicting for the stock, which is quite ironic, having AI calculate the new founder for Palantir Technologies. So it ended up kicking out into a bearish note. So Palantir is kind of showing where the OpenAI ChatGPT model stressed that this technology giant is under the weight of mixed signals, and investors balance strong long-term fundamentals against near-term valuation. Meaning that the AI is showing and scrutinizing this stock over its short sellers and also its long-term holders, where most people have been bringing in quite the shortcoming on this stock since it's been staying above the 170 marker. So as you can kind of see where a lot of the price targets have been floating between this 175 marker. We had one major drop through in there, and then we just had another major drop through back on Friday where it broke through that bottom resistance line of the 175 marker. So, but that's also where a lot of the short sellers have come in, as you can see, through September and all of October, where once it hit this high marker at 187, people were automatically dumping and selling this stock all the way back down to 175 to turn around and rebuy. So, but ChatGPT is predicting that Palantir's trading nearly $180 by January 31st, with a likely range of $165 to $195 a share, which reflects the balance between support and AI demand and valuation-driven caution. So overall, this AI-based company has viewing points for near-term stabilization as investors are awaiting clear signals on growth, profitability, and durability for this AI company to rally once again. So that is something that's going to be kind of to be seen, but at this point in time, Palantir Technologies has continued to show growth, and they've continued to show ambition, and have done nothing but push the envelope harder and harder as the days and the months go by, and even as the year has went by as well. So for them to more or less question how well this stock is going to perform is really kind of a bold move, because people have been doubting this stock for a long time. People have been saying how overvalued it is, how it's just going to flop, how they had a price target of $36 a share at one point. But if you look at the history of this stock going all the way back into, say, January of 2025, this company was at $74 to $75 a share, just say an average of $75 a share from the start of 2025 in January. So from $75 a share, this company has been scrutinized to the extent, and also they have been pushed around by many different investors and news articles, and also had a bunch of huge sell-offs from some very high-end and wealthy people as well. So with all of that, this company is still persevered and is now still, even after as bearish of a day that we had on Friday, we are still right at $100 a share higher this January than where we started last January. And also, if you dig into the earnings, it has done nothing but continue to grow and continue to sell, and the company has continued to grow even more money. So for the questioning of that, it's a little bit kind of on the trivial side, as, oh, is Palantir going to make it? Are they going to be able to rally or build back? Really and truly, at this point, a rally is just going to bring us another high for the previous 52 weeks. Because right now, our all-time high was back on November the 3rd, and we ended up peaking at $207 a share and 52 cents. So that is going to be the next goal, is to be able to get back up into the $200 range. But it kind of seems that we have a little bit of a stop where our new top resistance line is over here on this 195 range, where we've had quite a few tops, quite a few bottoms, and it just kind of shows a little bit more of a drop once we hit this peak. So we kind of have a little bit higher of a mid-range, which is good, but we'll just have to see into the coming week as the new news brings in from the new year, as we get ready for the Q4 of 25 report to come in, which that Q4 of 25 not only brings in the information from the quarter, but also brings in the entire 2025 standings as well, for all of the great numbers that this company has been throwing out, along with as many major contracts as they've pushed through. It's going to be astronomical to see just how many investors are still going to jump back into this stock, because AI is still not going anywhere. And even though Palantir Technologies is a hot company for AI, they still, as a business and a company, are never stopping their growth and never stopping their revenue increases. So, with all that being said, I'm still hanging on for Palantir Technologies. I'm going to keep covering this stock so far into the duration of 2026. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. And if y'all have any other specific stock that y'all like, or y'all kind of questioned into jumping into for 2026, drop it down in the comments below. I'd love to be able to bring up another great stock into the YouTube community for everybody, so then we can all hopefully try to make better decisions with our investments and have the best ROIs for 2026. So this is the Stock Warden riding off. So y'all come back now, you hear?